Hello all. Today we are going to discuss about Modalverben. That means modal verbs. So what do we mean by modal verbs? And what kind of modal verbs do we have? And how do they work? Let us see. So as I said, modal verbs, they basically express ability, necessity, permission, possibility, and many other things. So we'll see how does it mean ability, how does it mean necessity, permission. So we'll move ahead. Okay, in the next slide you will see the types of modal verbs. So there are 7 modal verbs. Over here I have listed only 6: können, müssen, wollen, dürfen, mögen, sollen. So in this session we are going to see only 3 modal verbs. So I'll be taking a second part, where I'll be discussing dürfen, mögen and sollen. But in this session we'll be concentrating on first 3, that is können, müssen und wollen. So können means can. I can do it. I am able to do it. So können means that is can or to be able to. Müssen is a second modal verb. Müssen means must, or it also means to have to. I have to do it, or I must do it. And how do we how do we say this in German? That is, müssen is a modal verb with which we can say these sentences. Third is wollen. Wollen means to want to. So wollen means to want to. Let us go further, and we will be in this session we'll be discussing about these 3 modal verbs. So okay, the rule, basically, before we move ahead, rule says whenever we have to use a modal verb in a sentence, then we have to put that modal verb at the second position. Earlier what we saw, whenever a verb comes, it has to be at the second position. Modal verb is also a extra verb, that is called auxiliary verb, which can also come into a sentence, but if it comes, then it has to be at a second position, and the actual verb goes at the last of the sentence, and that too in infinite form. What is infinite form? Like arbeiten. Arbeiten is an infinite form. And when it gets conjugated with ich, du, and it changes its form. But infinite form is arbeiten. Example, if I say like ich kann nicht lesen, which means I cannot read. Lesen means to read. So actual verb is lesen, but over here the verb, the modal verb that is being used is können. And when it gets conjugated with ish, it becomes kann. So kann is nothing but a modal verb. So that is why if you see, it's a second position. It's a second position. And the actual verb, which is lesen, which goes at the last and in infinite form. Once we move ahead, we will be seeing many more examples. So let's start with the first verb, that is können, which means can. So this is the conjugation. When it meets with a pronoun like ich kann, du kannst, er, sie, es kann, wir können, ihr könnt, sie können. So if you see carefully, then ich und er, sie, es, they have the same form, that is kann, and these are different from the other verbs, the actual verbs that till now we have seen, where the verb ends with e if it is conjugated with ish, so these are a bit different. So modal verbs, the rule of modal verb is that it comes at the second position and it pushes the actual verb to the last, and that too in infinite form. Let's see some examples now. Können, as you know, it means kann. So first example is ich kann ein bisschen Deutsch sprechen. So if you see carefully, kann is a modal verb, that is why it gets conjugated with ich and it's at the second position, and sprechen, which means to speak, it goes at the last and in the infinite form. What does it mean? Ich kann ein bisschen Deutsch sprechen. It means I can speak a bit of German. I can speak a little German. Yeah, I hope this is clear. So, yeah, as per the rule, verb at that modal verb as the second position, and it gets conjugated with the subject, that is ich, and the actual verb, that is sprechen, goes at the last. Moving on to the second example. Kannst du Englisch sprechen? What does it mean? Yeah, kannst du Englisch sprechen? It means, can you speak English? Yeah, so over here, what is the modal verb? Kannst. Yeah, and it gets conjugated with du, that is why it becomes du kannst, and the actual verb, that is sprechen, goes at the last. So it means, can you speak English? Yeah, moving on to the next example. Yeah, heute kann ich nicht lernen. What is the modal verb over here? Kann, absolutely. Yeah, and yeah, it gets conjugated with ich, that is why it becomes ich kann, and the lernen, yeah, the actual verb, goes at the last. You may be thinking, why heute is there? Heute means today. So if you remember, first and third positions are interchangeable. The same sentence I can say it like ich kann heute nicht lernen. That means today I cannot learn. Yeah, so that is also okay if you say ich kann heute nicht lernen. But it is also okay if I interchange the first and the third positions, that is heute kann ich nicht lernen. Yeah, both remains, the meaning remains same. Next sentence. A man kann gut singen. That is, what is the modal verb over here? Können, and it is because of Arman. Yeah, it is here. It gets conjugated with Arman and it becomes kann, and the modal verb is kann and the actual verb is singen. So that is why it is at the last. So it means Arman can sing well. Yeah, I hope this is clear. Moving on to the fifth example. Können Sie mir helfen? Können Sie mir helfen? Can you help me? Yeah, can you help me? So, because it's a question, verb comes at the first position and it gets conjugated with sie, that is why können. Yeah, and the actual verb is helfen. Yeah, I hope this is clear. And the last example, du kannst jetzt schreiben. Schreiben means to write. Yeah, jetzt means now. So, what is the modal verb over here? Können again. And it gets conjugated with du and it becomes du kannst. And the actual verb goes at the last. That is schreiben. That is, now you can write. I hope this is clear. Yeah. Moving on to the second verb, that is müssen, which means must. Ich muss. I must. Yeah, I must eat. I must write. I must sleep. Ja, du musst, sie muss, wir müssen, ihr müsst, sie müssen. So if you see carefully, whatever the conjugation ich takes, yeah, ich muss, same thing is being taken by sie. That is muss again. Ich muss, sie muss. Yeah, we'll see a few examples now of müssen. Again, it is also a modal verb, so that is why it remains at the second position and the actual verb goes at the last. So the first example is, ich muss manchmal lange arbeiten. What is the modal verb over here? Müssen. When it gets conjugated with ich, it becomes muss, and the actual verb is arbeiten. Yeah, so that is why it is at the last. Yeah, it means I must work sometimes long. Yeah, sometimes I have to work for longer period. Moving on to the second example, ich muss mit dem Zug fahren. Yeah, what is the modal verb? Again, müssen. It gets conjugated with ich, it becomes muss. And the actual verb, that is fahren, that means to travel. Yeah, it goes at the last. So it means I must travel with the train. Yeah, I hope this is clear. Moving on to the third example, and it will be the last example of müssen. A man muss viel lernen. That is, what is the modal verb over here, guys? It is müssen. It gets conjugated with Arman, it becomes muss, and the actual verb is lernen. It goes at the last, and that too in infinite form. That means Arman must learn much. Yeah, he should learn, he should study more. Yeah, it is like that. I hope this is clear. Moving on to the third and the last modal verb of this particular video. It is wollen. That means want to. Yeah, ich will means I want. Yeah, du willst, you want. Yeah, so ich will, du willst, er, sie, es will, wir wollen, ihr wollt, sie wollen. Yeah, I hope this is clear. So again, it's a modal verb, so which means want, and yeah, it remains at the second position and the actual verb goes at the last. We'll see some examples. Ich will ins Kino gehen. Yeah, so what is a modal verb? Will. Yeah, will, because when it gets conjugated with, yeah, wollen gets conjugated with ish, it becomes ich will. Remember, in the past we have seen, see over here, ich will. So that is why ich will ins Kino gehen. Yeah, so gehen is the actual verb, it goes at the last. What does it mean, this sentence? It means I want to go to cinema. Yeah, I hope this is clear. Rule. You have to memorize the rule. Verb, the modal verb stays at the second position. It gets conjugated with the subject and the actual verb goes at the last. Yeah. Second example. Wann willst du studieren? Studieren means to study. Yeah. This sentence, what is the modal verb over here? Wollen. It gets conjugated with du. It becomes willst. And the actual verb, that is studieren, goes at the last. When do you want to study? Yeah. And the third and the last example, wir wollen eine Pizza essen. Yeah, wir wollen. Wollen is actual verb. It gets conjugated with wir. It becomes wir wollen. Eine Pizza essen. Actual verb is essen. Yeah, we want to eat a pizza. Yeah, I hope this is clear, guys. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions, then you can ask me. Thank you.